10 fun and freaky facts about insects. 1. Insects are ancient. Insects have roamed the planet for millions of years. Some of the most notable prehistoric creepy crawlers include Meganora, dragonflies, with a wingspan of 2 feet. These prehistoric dragonflies were the size of hawks and had a predatory nature, swooping in and capturing prey to devour. Cockroaches. 2 ancestors of the modern cockroach, the Mullerobladon bawanji and the Crenocticolus svadba, were discovered preserved in amber in a cave in the Hukong Valley in Myanmar, between China and India. When dated, these specimens were found to be 99 million years old. This means that they were alive and thriving during the Cretaceous period spanning 66 to 145 million years ago. Bed bugs. After 15 years of analyzing the DNA of 34 bed bug species, a team of researchers managed to confirm that bed bugs have existed for over 100 million years. As such, it appears as though bed bugs may have originally feasted on dinosaur blood for sustenance. Mosquitoes. These bloodsuckers have been on Earth for over 45 million years. 2. Ticks can significantly change size. Ticks are parasitic insects, meaning that they feed off of other living beings in order to survive. In particular, ticks suck on the blood of different mammals as sustenance. While this alone is a rather disgusting idea, it becomes even more repulsive when the ticks become engorged with these sanguine meals. Rather than eating to their relative body size, these nasty arachnids actually expand and bloat to the size of their meals. In some cases, this can lead to a tick the size of a grain of rice bubbling up to the size of a marble when full. 3. Ants have the largest population worldwide. On Earth today, there are approximately 1,000,000,000 ants, made up of 12,000 different species. With such an insanely large population, these pests actually massively outnumber all other creatures on our planet. In fact, in comparison, there are only a mere 7.85 billion humans alive today. 4. Insects breathe differently. Humans and mammals all have the ability to breathe through the use of lungs that take in air, but insects lack these organs and therefore have a completely different mechanism of breathing. Insects use a series of holes along the length of their bodies that take oxygen into tubes called tracheoles. These tracheoles then diffuse the oxygen on a cellular level throughout the insect. 5. Bonus eyes. Most insects have what are known as compound eyes, which are 2 separate, large bulbs which appear to be broken up into hundreds of tiny units called ommatidia that create a nearly 360-degree cohesive image of their surroundings. However, in addition to these eyes, many insects also have additional bonus eyes. These eyes are called ocelli and are considered simple eyes as they can only detect changes in light and are unable to perceive the complexity of visual images. Depending on the particular species of insect, each individual will have roughly 2-3 ocelli located on their face or backs. 6. Honeybees make mathematically perfect honeycomb. Honeybees manage to form these waxy hexagonal structures with near mathematical perfection. Each of the edges of the hexagons are roughly 0.1 millimeter thick and are arranged into an exact 1:0 angle. Not only is this geometry incredibly impressive, but it is extremely beneficial for the storage of honey and efficiency of hive space overall. Hexagons can fit together with one another without leaving any gaps or requiring more wax to sustain the shapes. Since the hexagons share walls with one another and are packed so tightly together, they form a strong, usable structure without wasting any materials or space. 7. Dragonflies versus damselflies. While these 2 creatures look very similar and are often mistaken for one another, dragonflies and damselflies are actually 2 different species. Both are members of the insect order Odonata, meaning toothed one, but dragonflies are a subspecies called Anisoptera, while damselflies are in the Zygoptera subspecies. Dragonflies are typically much larger than their cousins, with bulky bodies and a more compact overall physique, whereas the damselfly is so named for its far more elegant and soft appearance. Their bodies are long and spindly, roughly the shape of a narrow twig. When they are darting around in the air, it is very difficult to actually discern these different nuances in appearance. However, when these odonata are at rest, there are several telltale signs as to which is which. Dragonflies land with their wings open, displaying their four wings perpendicular to their bodies. In contrast, with the damselflies, their wings are held parallel to their bodies and folded in together at rest. 8. Spiders are not insects. Spiders are often categorized with other insects due to their vast amount of similarities. However, they are technically not part of the club, per se. According to taxonomy, which is the scientific identification and classification of organisms through the use of hierarchical categories, insects or insecta is a class of creatures within the phylum Arthropoda. Spiders are also arthropods, but they are part of a separate class known as arachnida, arachnids. Members of this class are characterized by 8 legs, simple eyes instead of compound eyes, lacking antennas and wings, and segmented bodies broken down into 2 parts unlike the 3 in insects. Other arachnids that are often confused with or grouped with insects include ticks, scorpions, and mites. 9. Insects can hibernate. During winter, insects seem to disappear, but this is actually not true. While some insects migrate, and others just hunker down and shelter. Similar to bears and other hibernating creatures, these insects will enter a state of extraordinarily deep sleep in which their metabolic processes slow to a stop. At this time, the bug survives off of stored energy, which can last up to a year for some creatures. Eventually, when warmer weather begins to return, the insects will awaken. 10. How many insect species exist? As stated before, ants alone have approximately 12,000 different species. Furthermore, there are roughly 3,500 different species of mosquito, 30,000 species of wasps, and over 4,000 species of cockroaches. Just combining the numbers of these 4 types of insects displays the shockingly vast amount of insect species that exist in the world today. However, not all insects have been discovered as of yet, and it is estimated that our known and classified insects only encompass a fraction of the true number of species. Based on current and former studies, there are approximately 900,000 different species of insects, but experts suggest that there is between 2 million and 30 million more that are yet to be discovered and assigned a species name.
Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you like the video.